Once upon a time, in a small seaside town, lived two brothers, Charles and Edward. They were inseparable, their bond nurtured by their childhood's rolling tides and golden sands. Yet, as they grew, so did a silent competition that slowly became a bitter rivalry. The elder Charles had always been disciplined, destined to carry on their father's successful fishing business. The younger Edward was a dreamer, a painter who saw beauty in every wave, every sunset. Their father's sudden demise left the fishing business to Charles, who, driven by an insatiable desire to expand, began to neglect his brother. Edward, feeling sidelined, started nurturing a silent hatred for Charles. Soon, the town was swept up in a frenzy of whispers and hushed tones as the brothers' bond frayed at the edges. Edward's paintings grew darker, his brush strokes harsh, mirroring the hatred brewing within him. Charles, blinded by ambition, was oblivious to his brother's growing resentment. Edward's art, once celebrated, now repelled the townsfolk. His hatred had created hell, not only for himself but for everyone around him. One day, as Edward angrily stroked his brush on the canvas, an old woman, Maria, known for her wisdom, walked into his studio. She looked at the dark paintings and then at Edward. Maria said, "How to create hell is simple. You just have to hate someone close to you. The way to make heaven is also simple. You just have to love someone close to you. Everything starts at hand." Her words echoed in the quiet studio. Edward felt a sudden jolt of realization. His hate for Charles had created hell for himself and robbed the town of the joy they found in his paintings. Edward decided to turn things around. He started with small gestures, a nod, a smile, an apology. He invited Charles to his studio and showed him his work. Charles was surprised yet touched and reciprocated. Their rivalry slowly became a deep understanding, their resentment replaced by love. Edward's paintings began to transform, radiating love, warmth, and tranquility. The town was again enthralled by Edward's art, their joy reflecting the newfound heaven in Edward's heart. In the end, Edward learned a valuable lesson. Hatred can create hell, but love paves the way to heaven. Everything, indeed, starts at hand. And with a brush in his hand and love in his heart, he painted his heaven, one stroke at a time.